Yes. Let's save myself. Let's save myself 20 minutes. Doing that.
Hello and welcome to the Beer Fridge Wankcast.
Beer Fridge Podcast. Hello and welcome to another weekly episode of the Beer Fridge Podcast. Real beer, real breweries, real opinions. Whenever you listen to this episode, make sure you subscribe, hit that ding-a-ling-a-ling to be notified of all the latest episodes. Show your support by dropping us a 5-star or head to our Patreon page, patreon.com/Beer Fridge Podcast. You can watch as well on the YouTube page. Hit YouTube, search Beer Fridge Podcast, subscribe. All the nonsense I just said before. If you are watching, you'll notice that Scott just fucked off. He was there a second ago, and now he's back in the room. There he is. We'll start off as we normally. Obviously, start off the new year by saying Happy New Year to everybody. Hello, everybody.
All the best.
All the best. Right? Ching ching. Got my usual drinking buddies. I've got Carl and I've got Scott. Good evening.
Hello,
Good
hello.
eve.
Happening. You having Tinterweb issues?
No, just don't like talking to you.
Just don't. That's fair
No,
enough.
I thought I'd restart it after my computer had a bit of a fit. Like I say, I've ordered a new one, so.
Fair enough.
Whenever
Right, let's start
it's
off as we normally do. Go around the virtual table, see what we're drinking to kick things off. Go on then, Cal, what you got?
I am currently drinking Export India Porter from Pentridge called Shoot for the Moon. Snazzy can.
right.
I think they'll all agree.
Oh, sorry.
This is, as I say, an Export India Porter, hopped, simple and citra, and it's absolutely delicious. It really is. It's just that kind of step up for your average porter flavour, that kind of hoppy bitterness in there as well. Just delicious, really soft and smooth, great body, 5.8%. Loverly jubberly.
Very nice. Scott, are you going dry?
I've nothing yet. I've not got anything yet. I'm going to open them in a minute. But
Well,
it'll
I
probably
will
just
just be
you
just.
are on the heavy stuff, so you tell us.
Well, I don't know how heavy it is, but I am on Beak's final release of last year, which is Creeks, a bright IPA at 6.3%.
Nice.
So I've not had a sip of it yet, but I'm expecting some West Coast vibes, proper old school kind of IPA from this, because they've said they took a road trip through Washington and Oregon. This modern Northwestern IPA was brewed with crisp. Okay. Oh, as in the malt people. That's what it is. Pared back malt bill along with some of the finest El Dorado, Citra, and Chinook. So,
Sounds like they've tried to make a West Coast and no quite hit mark, so they're calling it a Northwest IPA.
Well, they're calling it a bright IPA on the can. Which, see, in fairness, it's West enough. It's actually really tasty. After that, you've got a wee bit of kind of marmalade, kind of sweetness at the front of it. And then you do get the wee hit of West Coast bitteriness, foresty pine that you'd expect from a wee Westie in the back end, which
sounded like a can of torpedo getting opened right there.
Sounds like a torpedo indeed. So no, it's actually really, really nice. What you got then, Gilroy? That's that nonsense.
Severed lime, liquid death.
Aye.
Very good.
Okay.
So it's mountain water, apparently, murder your thirst. So I picked up a 4-pack. They've just started doing them in Tesco, I think. Not in the craft beer section, Callum, I'll be pleased to hear. It's in the flavoured water section. the opposite. Energy drinks.
That's fucking
So
tragic.
it's excellent. It's got that. It's like basically soda water with a wee tiny hint of lime in it, and it's pretty refreshing and stuff. So
Can
Are
you
you
could
actually-
do-
Comes
you
in
could
a
just buy a
can.
bottle of, you could just buy a bottle of soda water and squeeze some lime into it.
no, because it's agave as well. I've not got any agave in the house. So
Are you actually then dry January? Just kind of
yes, I
drinking.
am.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm going to try and do it. I'm going to try and eat a wee bit better and stuff as well. So I am looking forward to making a valiant attempt. Obviously,
Are
I
you
was
get-
drinking
are
for
you
a
getting
and
a-
stuff. So
Are you getting a low and no for your bruiser?
I am. I'm getting mash gang, shot corner, and I've got a few cans of Zero Guinness, and I've got a jump ship in the fridge as well. Just the one Mark gave me a while ago. So I've got plenty there for when the mood takes me. But I'm all right now. I'm done. Well, I'm day one in because obviously I was drinking.
He's doing an awful lot of hand clapping there. I'm getting a bit worried already.
So I had a can of, what did I have? A Sure Shot Pale Ale or IPA 6.5% last night, and that was my last beverage, and it was lovely. A New England IPA. It was even, and it was superb. Very tasty. A good one to end on, and I had a fair few over Christmas and stuff as well. So I don't think I'm missing it yet, but I'm only one day in, so we'll see how I end
Yeah.
next week.
Don't worry,
Watch
dear
me
listener.
rattling on screen.
50% of this podcast is remaining on brand and determined to support you all through this. We all know this is a dark time for breweries, so let's support and keep drinking.
Aye, half
I'm
are
still
doing.
buying it. So I'm done. I'm doing my bit. I'm still buying beer. I bought beer even. I've got a full case of Verdant stuff left, like 12 cans of the Verdant stuff we got on offer for Black Friday, and I've got
still got that.
6 cans that I got from, or 4 cans, sorry, 2 Otherworld and 2 Polly's that I picked up at Beer Zoo on, would that have been Sunday? I picked them up in Beer Zoo, so I'm still buying beer, plenty of. So the breweries will not feel hard done to by the fact that I'm not buying beer. Then obviously Mashley, it's good to kick Mashley some money. Not that he's needing it right enough, but kick Mashley some bunts every now and again. So I'll get that box.
Mentioned that they see they're cracking it in the American market,
Which is good.
going quite strong over there. It appears. I think Mass and the team, if I recall from their post, are heading back over to, I think it was Milwaukee or somewhere like
That's
that.
good.
Maybe Chicago actually. To go and get some beers brewed over there, which would be good. Good for them.
I can imagine it would be a place where their particular style of brewing and beer would go down quite well, because they're not adverse to spending money, but also they're not that keen on alcohol every now and again. So there's a lot more of them non-drinking, I think, publicly at least. So it'll probably do. I know it'll do quite well because it's good stuff. It's better than any of the shite you can get. I mean, I know that he's not here this evening, but Mark's has a kind of American recipe that's made its way over via track, and that hop water stuff to try. So I'm assuming he'll break that at some point, and I'm interested to find out what that doesn't taste like. You think the soda water with severed lime in it's hitting the mark? You can only imagine the old hot water's even more dross. So we'll see how that goes. But hot water. So I would put Mash Gang up against any non-alcoholic beer that's on the market. I mean, I don't think there's anybody in America doing it. I don't think there's anybody in the world doing it better than he is. Than the guys there.
I was very unfortunate twice over the festive period to not have to drink non-alcoholic beer, but just where we were, I was like, I need to drink something. Yes, cola or other things would have done the job as well, but Heineken Zero and Lucky Saint were my options. and both.
Oh,
In fact, out of the two, the Heineken Zero was actually better, but both were just as pish as each other. To be fair, where I much rather had some Mash Gang stuff, 100%. I haven't decided what I'm doing in my Bruiser box this month. I'll see what comes up. Wanted to get your opinion quickly, Gilroy. A conversation me and Callum had before. I don't know if you've seen the new company that's trying to bring over. Not trying, they are bringing over beers from America.
are these the ones that had the Facebook story about it's arrived and all this stuff, and
more than
I'm sure
likely.
I saw it.
More than likely. So you'll
Sure, I saw it on
remember Beer Bruvs. Who
Yes, I do.
we're doing it. Aye. We've now got the Beers of America.
Yeah,
bringing over
it's
stuff.
them.
We were talking about it before, me and Callum, and we just like it's obviously failed a couple of times with a couple of companies. We didn't and try to get that returning custom and get people excited. We didn't like from our point of view. We just see it as a waste of time or a hard ask, I should say. Maybe not a waste of time. That's probably the
It's a
wrong
hard
word.
ask. It's a hard ask to keep it going. I think it's as a one-off or as a novelty, it's quite good. But the people who are dead into getting it are getting it through other means, whether it be somebody going over there and getting it for them or whatever it might be. If you're that desperate for it, there has been, is, and will continue to be other means other than importing in bulk, where obviously you've got to put on different fees and you've got storage and stuff like that, which if you're bringing over a few cans every now and again, you maybe didn't have. If you get it for a brewery who have obviously got storage space and that's set up for it already, you bring over American stuff via a collab or something like that, then you're going to get it there. There's loads of opportunities for you to buy. You don't need to go to somebody who's specifically into all they do is import US beers. It doesn't make.
In fact, come to
sense.
think about it, like, I've just after what you've just seen, I've just remembered that there's a wee like bargain booze place up in Preston. Like, it just looks like a normal little corner shop, but I was up there with work and went in, and they had like other half, and they had all these American beers just sitting there, and I was like, that's just like, granted they were £10 like a can, which is fair enough, because it'll be expensive for them to bring it over and whatnot, but just places like that, just having American beers like proper, like the the breweries that you want to get, other half and those folk, whereas the Beers of America had Peak Drift, Columbia Craft.
It was all different ones, wasn't it? It wasn't.
That was the only real bugbear for me. I mean, I thought in terms of price and stuff, I couldn't fault them.
Yeah.
But it was just the variety, the selection. I mean, there was only 4 breweries, and of that, I think there was only about 14 different beers available. So you're kind of like, you're seriously limited to what you can get.
Just don't see it like we said. I don't see it. It's hard. It's a hard ask. They're doing it like we said before. They're doing everything correctly in terms of how they're shipping it, and etc., and keeping the beer refrigerated and all that cold chain stuff. So fair play to them for that. But keeping the craft beer punter excited and wanting to go back to your website instead of, because I don't know about you, but buying your craft beer on a website is good, but I'd rather get in a bottle shop and get my hands on the cans and stuff and go through the shelf and just take my time and just kind of be in that environment for a wee half hour or so. Like, I just enjoy sometimes just looking at the shelves and then just walking around with nothing.
I didn't like, especially if it's no, like, you could go out there with a suitcase and lift however many cans the other half, and you would get rid of them all, right? If you set up an online shop, whether it be an eBay store, put them on, you could even stick it on Facebook Marketplace or something like that, whatever you wanted to do to get rid of it, some sort of storefront, and get shot of that beer, no problem. But how are you going to just do online for folk like the breweries you were mentioning there who need these HUD?
Yeah.
Like, why would you not just go to a UK brewer and get that? Like, what edge does it have?
Exactly.
Other than it's not for here. There's loads of stuff that you've not tried for here. So why would you go and try American stuff you've never had sighted before? Like, if you're going to bring over like Treehouse and stuff like that, I think Allagash White beers that everybody knows have got pedigree and are arguably better than the stuff we've got on our shelves, then yes, people are going to go and buy whatever, or they're going to make purchases for that shop. They're not going to
Yeah.
buy, I don't think anyway, beer in volume for people you've never heard of before. It works in home bargains.
Yeah.
It doesn't work. And
I think it works
as a
because of the price point as well.
because they're able to get it like that and split
Aye.
it. They've got basically 1,000 shop fronts and they're physical, and people will just grab a couple of cans because it's no dearer than the stuff they'd be in there buying anyway.
Exactly.
And
Tough
it might be
ask.
better quality.
I
Hard.
don't. I hope they do well. Obviously, you don't want anybody to go under, but it's a tough ask in fairness. So, well, like I said in the last one, we'll try and get them on, have a conversation with them because they might have a better plan than we have ideas. Obviously, so hopefully getting
You
on.
need to understand how it works.
Aye,
Because obviously, there's got to be there's money there somewhere. So I don't know whether it's their own money, in which case, fair enough. But they must have ideas on how they're going to get it back.
Mhm.
Mhm.
There's not many people make an investment knowing that it's just going to walk away. But I am interested to see.
Defo. You may have seen on the news yesterday, the 1st of January, a brewery in Ireland were looking for beer tasters. And would you believe they had numerous fucking applications? Over 2,500
No
applicants
way.
in Ireland and Derry, London Derry. Brewery called Walded, fucking Christ, brewery. And we're looking for 12 beer tasters to help them taste their beer, fun enough. Apparently,
Why do you need 12?
I don't know. Well, this might be why, because apparently only it's either the guy says between 1 in 100 and 1 in 200 people have the genetics to be a super taster.
Mm.
A super taster.
A super taster, not just a taster of beer, but a super taster. So they had over 2,500 applicants. They've got themselves 12, and I think they're hoping that some of them are super tasters. All you're getting is free beer, free Boca chips, and a taxi up the road. But they were saying they had applicants from weirdly all over the world to want to take part just for free beer. Which, in fairness, I probably would have applied if I'd heard about it before.
Right.
So, aye, there you go. So, I'm not a super taster. I reckon we might have one, maybe two super tasters in the podcast.
I'm a super drinker,
I'm a super drinker.
not a super taster
No.
necessarily. Although I'd like to be.
Cal, you super drinker, super taster?
Aye, super drinker, definitely. Super
I can't
drinker.
knew that.
Like,
I can't
being a super taster surely makes no odds though if you can't convey that. If
True.
you can't describe what it is you've tasted, if you're still coming away with good,
Aye.
then like,
Aye, that's decent.
I'd
I like that one.
bloody lovely that is. Oh, no so keen on that, Ian.
I'll
Why?
put a pint of
Don't
that.
know. It's not,
Hey,
really
when
not really my vibe. Tastes really good though.
Ken, when I'm a good taster is when I've got somebody else's tasting notes. in
Oh,
front of me.
Aye.
I can say, aye, that's right.
Mhm.
when you've got Untapped opened, you can scroll down to find a relatively normal review that someone seems a
Or
wee bit
Quite
literate.
happy to say it doesn't taste like that.
Aye,
But
Christ.
what it tastes like, we don't know.
It's just aye. I don't know why that did fucking put applicants for. Just have a fucking night in the brewery. We get folk in and they get fucking feedback. What do you think of these beers? Oh.
Mm.
But
Well,
obviously
they
they need
maybe already like it. You'd need randomers, wouldn't you?
with that 1 in 100 nonsense. Pain in the arse. Anyway, so that's that. Don't know if you've seen it.
The super tasters, eh?
Super tasters indeed. Drop Project are doing a wee crowdfund there as well.
Yeah, I wanted to talk about this
Are
as
they?
well.
Oh, I
Yeah.
saw that advert.
Um,
An advertisement I got about that.
slightly
What are you-
different.
Thoughts in general on crowdfunding?
Oh, I said it before. It's all the old course, isn't it?
Well, I think it's if they keep going back to the well, that's when it annoys me. When they start doing multiple crowdfunders and they go, oh, another crowdfunder, what? And then and then like all you get is just like, well, you gave us 50 quid. Here's a 100 quid beer tap. All right,
Yeah, exactly.
Aye. I mean, I think we established before we started recording that this is one of your equity efforts.
Is it an equity deal? Is it?
Yes.
Aye. So
And have they got a goal in mind? Like, what is it for?
They're upscaling basically from what I've kind of quickly gathered. They're upscaling. They want to open bars and stuff, and just grow. Because in fairness to Drop Project, they've been quite focused primarily in the kind of in South London for the most part, and kind of got their crowd base from that, and a good base of fans just doing. Not doing massive amounts in terms of trying to like take over the fucking whole of the world, but I think this is the year where they want to ramp it up a wee bit. Because they're saying that the market, the craft beer market, is set to increase by 50% over the next 4 years. That's what's been predicted. So they want to.
By who?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what their source
I
is.
would agree to that.
I'm
Based
not
on the
sure.
stuff that we saw, I'm not. I
don't
where
know
that
either.
stands with.
I don't know where it's going to increase.
I mean, I think I'm definitely on board if you're getting equity.
Yeah.
You know, as Gav said, I'm not up for this whole, you know, give us 50 quid and we'll give you £75 in beer vouchers. It just doesn't seem as though that's a decent deal. But if you're getting equity in the company, even if it's just 1 share or 2 shares or whatever, I think that's probably better. But as like Gav says, as long as you didn't do a brew dog and keep going back to the well and back to the well.
So even brewed, like we've had other breweries that have done it at 2 or 3. I can't even. I'm trying to think of ones off the top of my head. I can't remember who's done it, but I've definitely seen it. Because we spoke about it when it happened.
We shared.
No, just. Oh no, it was Fierce, wasn't it? I think that's what it was. Fierce did it a second time, and they were getting because you guys signed up for the first round when they first did the crowdfunder, and then they did a second one. Aye, they did a second one about a year later, a year and a half later, maybe.
That was for the brewery tap room.
Aye, and that was that one where I was like, well, you're just going back to the well again, like that's one of those times where it just sits a wee bit funny. But I mean, in fairness to them, they've obviously used it well because they've fucking got that new.
The brewery tap is. They've got the big unit. They've got their tap room there on site. It's worked. It's a hard. I just don't know how you're ever going to, especially that's a bold claim. I keep going back to that. That's all I've got in my head now is how the hell is that you saying that there's the opportunity within 4 years to make, like, it depends on what the equity, I don't know what the equity deal is, but you're no, surely goodness no putting money into that expecting some sort of dividend.
Aye,
for your investment,
if their tagline is that the craft beer business is going to increase by 50% in the next 5 years, then you know, if I'm putting £100 and I'm expecting to get something back for that.
Aye. It's just don't get me wrong. If there's a handful of breweries that I would put my money on to do big things and to carry on. And I kind of trajectory that they've maybe been going before, and Drop Project would be one of them. Because with that day one when we had them on, I was like if they kept making beer how they were doing it, etc., then we could see them doing well, and they've done well. In fairness to them, can you see it? The whole thing, the whole market growing by 50%. We've got breweries shutting, kind of here, there, and everywhere.
Aye, I'm a bit like.
Breweries being taken over by investment companies. Purity was one. Purity Brewing. They got bought by the group. See the group that's got Brick and I can't remember who else I've got. Oh, Black Sheep. Black Sheep, Brick, and there's another one. They've just bought a brewery called Purity Brewing, who I've never heard of. So they've
Obviously
got
fancy one of their recipes or something, mate.
aye. So it's just when you see that, like, breweries having to get bought out just to survive and keep jobs going and stuff. It's hard to, like, I would love to get the guys on, get JT and Will and they get the lads on and have a chat with them and just to kind of get the fine details of it and where they see things going, etc., and how they've got that number.
Definitely, it's I need to see the rules. Like, if we got the actual, what's the actual?
Oh, I was trying to get on it earlier and I couldn't. I was trying to do it on my phone and it wasn't working particularly well on my phone, so I gave up. To be honest.
Beer Fridge podcaster, right to the fucking bottom of the story every fucking time.
That's my
Always
research.
got all the research and all the rules and everything. Let me see if I can put £100 in. Live.
Well, even so Scott Beers did it. So if you remember Consolidated Craft, which was the group with Broughton, Alchemy, and Spey Valley, they did one 5 months ago, 4 months ago. They got $250,000 by then. They wanted 200,000 by the end of it. They finished off over $250,000 investors, and I think your minimum amount you could do is 250 quid, which is a fair chunk of money. That's your fucking lecky bills. That's your fucking groceries for a day with the price of food now. So they went out and done it and got this a chunk of money.
Aye, it'd be interesting to see who their patrons are for that.
Aye, whether it's just like craft beer lovers or if it is actual investment.
It's not. It can't be craft beer lovers that are buying into those breweries. Surely not.
Broughton though.
Aye, but
if you're a big fan of the jokes.
Traditional beer drinkers will be into that.
Aye.
But can you see your traditional beer drinker handing out money?
Tight fisted.
Of course they will.
Aye. If it's something, I mean, Christ, if it's something they're passionate about, then I mean, with anything really, to be fair, if someone is passionate enough about something, they get an opportunity to invest in it, then they've got the cash and the time to do it, then aye. It's not for me. Like, it's not generally for me buying into these crowdfunders and stuff. In fairness, I'll buy your brewery's beer and stuff, and I'll support a brewery that way. But for me to whack money into something, I'd rather just buy your beer. To be fair,
aye.
that's how I show support. Which in fairness is how people should show support for breweries.
If your business is good enough and your product's good enough, you'll make enough money for you to be able to expand the way that you want to expand.
Are you doing some swift googling, Gilroy?
It's not very swift, but I'm googling.
Trying to get some fast buck.
Fast buck, doubt it. Well, in saying that, if it's growing by, I don't see the number. I don't see the number. Anyway, how was I never even asked you. How was your New Year's celebrations?
It was delightful. It's fine.
Good.
Delightful. Mine was an absolute riotous party.
Beverages.
Yes, we had the picture.
Fuck.
There was a picture flew around on our group chat, and it was our good friend at the Caledonian Craft Beer Merchant had shared these new arrivals from Track.
Yes.
One of which was the Black Lager. So the collaboration with Third Moon, and it was it was called Infinite Dark Lager, 4.5%, and this was absolutely sublime. I had that on Hogmanay. Loyal friend of pod, James, managed to grab me a can on Sunday before he headed over for the party. So yeah, we had that, and it was delish.
Has any of you watched that the New Year program that was on Before the Bells?
No,
No, just me.
just you.
You notice New Year TV? You notice New Year TV is now like utter shite. Especially see down here. Oh my god, it's fucking howling.
You can't get still game and flaming.
You want to hoot an him?
No, didn't they hoot an Annie?
I actually watched it.
What did I watch? We went.
Hootenanny.
I was between a couple of like BBC One was shite. ITV ITV. It was just the news, and I was like, "Oh, we're going to cut to the fireworks now." I was like, "This is fucking fun." There was actually the one that looked like a right good party was fucking BBC Alba. I worked that on for a good 10 minutes.
Wee bit of diddly dee on the go.
Right, we gig Gordon's in the kitchen.
Can't do that at Hogmanay. Okay.
Fucking Christ. And then found out that the neighbour 2 doors down had a Scottish friend in. So we messaged and then said, "Have you had your first footing?" And the woman who lived there said, "First what?" I said, "Ask your Scottish pal," and they said no. So shut the door, but wee bag of coal, wee shot of a wee whiskey. There you go. There's your first footing. Oh, the best, you're now fucked. You've got bad luck. Because it was me. I've just opened a beer that's been in my fridge for fucking ages.
Oh dear.
A long time.
Oh no.
The reason it's been in there for a long time is because it's a barley wine. Well, I'm off it because it's a barley wine.
Oh no.
13.5%. It's from Attic. Super Deluxe #1 sparkling barley wine. 13.5 percentage points. That's a fair bit of horsepower there. Attic Super Deluxe #1 sparkling barley wine has rich flavours of Christmas pudding and toffee with canned fruit, baked plums, and brandy.
Tell you what it is now.
Tell you what, it's probably not going to be because it's now about 3-year-old. Yeah, probably 2 and a bit.
Any shit doesn't go to date.
No, you're right. But
it's just aged, guys. It's just aged.
Well, it's a bit to more than likely just by the first snifter. There's a bottle. Yeah, let's do that.
A wee stubby, is it?
You can see it's a wee Stubmeister. And by the first snifter of it, not looking for fucking.
Oh, look at the colour of that.
That's awfully dark. That is 13 horsepower right there. That smells like more. Jesus, that's one of those ones where you sniff it and you can smell the alcohol burns the back of your nose. Aye, let's just leave that there. That's it's in like there's a toffee. The toffee's there.
Get a chance. Get a chance to warm up.
It's been in the fridge for a wee fair while, so probably it smells like 13.5. Doesn't taste like 13.5. So I'm gonna hold there because you never know.
Persevere, Gav.
That's not toilet water. That's not going down the drain.
Yeah.
Will put me to sleep though. I mean, you think I've got a problem one day back at work and I'm on a 13.5% beer. Fuck this. Fuck work. Who needs it?
Fuck life.
Well, maybe not that far. For 2024, any bucket list destinations you want to visit or return visit to this year that you want to, like I said, either go to the first time or return? And I've got a couple in mind that I wouldn't mind going back to. Bristol springs to mind straight away. Any for yourself, Gilroy?
I'd quite like to go back to Manchester again. That would be good.
Oh, that was good.
Another trip there would be excellent. Barcelona always has a special place. I haven't discovered new breweries or new to me breweries there that last year as well, and the weather's always great and the place is unbelievable. So, like there, If somebody twisted my arm and told me I had to go back to Madrid again, I wouldn't mind going either.
I think
What
especially
do places?
see with Manchester, I think I would like to do like 2 days and get the proper time
And get drunk twice.
and get drunk
Mm.
twice. And know that we rushed it. We wanted to make sure we went sure shot track.
Go to like the Northern
Well,
Monk Factory and stuff like that.
Aye.
Like I was only when I was there in Manchester for the first time. Even then, we were only in there for an hour,
Mhm.
and we had been at a festival all day. So, like when you've got something else going on, you're obviously trying to make sure you make it to whatever it is you're going to, or survive the aftermath afterwards. Because I was at a kind of early session for the first time I was there, so
Yeah.
it would be good just to be there with any other event on and just go and experience the place and the different pubs and stuff as well. There's obviously traditional pubs and that there as well that get have a really good reputation, as well as the brewery tap rooms, which were all
Aye.
within
Mhm.
spitting distance of one another. And you would definitely do that again, but I would like to try and just do more in the city itself, with the pubs and breweries and tap rooms and stuff that are a wee bit more kind of city centre and stuff.
No, defo. Carl, yourself.
I am the same. It's very much steaky. I mean, I'd love to go to like see your Barcelona's and stuff, but for us it'll probably be very much staycation. But I just try and seek out ones that I've never heard before. Really, that's.
I'd like to go to Blair Athol
I'd like to go up and check
for
out
Wasted Degrees. That would be amazing. Before obviously they're looking at their new place, but it'll take a while. So I'd imagine
Where are they
moving
moving to?
into Pitlochry itself.
Hmm.
So, but they have got. I mean, if you make it, Pitlochry's obviously more on the tourist trail than Blair Athol is, although it's only a station away, I think, or two on the train. To Pitlochry, one station away. But they always have cask on, if not keg as well, and the watermill place behind it where all the buses stop.
Yeah.
In Pitlochry, so you can go in there and get just as fresh stuff because like it's only along the road.
Just
So.
up the road, aye.
And you can buy cans in the Drinkmonger.
Aye, defo. I think, as I mentioned, Bristol as well. We did that. Must be about 3 years ago now.
No, mate, it's about
Our last trip.
4 years ago. What before?
It was
4 in
February
February.
2020.
I'd love to do that again.
Fucking coughing about
Love to do that again. That was awesome. And just to go back to like Left-Handed Giant and stuff and explore that a wee bit more. Even we did a fair fucking good whack at it, in fairness. What was that kind of beer cave place, the one underground place called?
Oh, I can't remember.
Oh, Christ.
I know what you're talking about. It's on the kind of one of the oldest streets in Bristol.
That place was cool.
Mm-hmm.
That was nice. That was awesome. So to go back down there would be good. I agree with Manchester. Give that a wee bit. Let that fucking simmer a bit more and maybe do a couple of days.
Mark already mentioned Newcastle, didn't he? That would be another good one to try.
Aye.
I definitely
try and find the proper side of Newcastle as opposed to the fucking Stag and Hen do Central. And go and find some decent beer and decent places.
Yeah. Which there is plentiful of.
Absolutely.
They know beer.
It's funny, like one side of the river is that like is the Stag doing all that stuff, and the other side is where all the breweries and the craft beer venues are, and tap rooms and stuff. The only one I really got to go to was by the river, and that was like for an hour at best, and just that hour just having Jake Head off a fucking keg was fucking ridiculous in itself, and was tremendous. So have to sit there and have 2 or 3 of them would be brilliant.
The Lake District as well. Fell.
Yes.
Places like that.
You know, a million miles away from Rivington at the lakes as well.
Correct, or in that kind of area, and a wee kind of tour round about would be good.
One of the who does like the music festival weekend thing up north? Oh,
that's Rivington, isn't it?
No, they do one. There's another one that's done, and why can I not remember the brewery? Fuck me. There's somebody else, and they do a whole Friday, Saturday, Sunday jobby.
No Farmyard, does it?
No, they do one also.
I just remember them saying it was camping and that.
Traditional stuff. They have stuff in the fucking supermarket. I can't remember. Folk are probably shouting at the radios and stuff, and they're shouting at me. And I'll remember as soon as we finish as well. But there's something, there's a music festival, which is music festival and beer and stuff. I'd love to do that. If they do Bigfoot again, which they never did last year, if they do Bigfoot, that would be pretty cool. Because that was that kind of music festival, kind of Glastonbury vibe, but it was craft beer. Like it was revolving around craft beer. Just fucking, I think the first year they did it was Verdant and fucking you name it was there. Give me a bit of that. Give me give me 3 days of music and just drinking awesome beer. Don't get me wrong, it'd be fucking expensive in your wallet, but aye, I'll take it. I'll take it every day of the week. I've got nothing else written down, so it's probably a good time just to fucking wrap shit up unless you've got anything else you want to talk about.
Have you got any news on seasonal beer releases? Have you got any putty or anything like that? Chat?
No, there's nothing came out yet. I've not seen anything. I've been keeping my ear to the social medias, and nothing's popped up as of yet. No doubt, I'm going to end up getting putty again because I didn't get putty. I got putty, and I was only reason I got the triple was because I never got the fucking normal putty, and I was gutted. So I'll be on the putty train. I'll be on the alligator tugboat train 1,000,000%. Definitely getting 6 of those because that's fucking ridiculous. What other ones have we got?
Putty, there's normally there'll be other seasonal humped IPAs.
I do actually quite enjoy the hype beers. It is kind of fun. But if I don't get them, I feel like I've got proper fucking FOMO if I don't get them. Proper, I'm like, I'm not getting it. Fuck it, I'm not doing it. And then I see all the posts on fucking Instagram, I'm like, fuck, should I got it?
The ones last year where they let some kegs go, a putty and the rest of it, where the Grunt and Growler got some. I've got both a Verdant voucher and I've got a Grunt and Growler voucher, thanks to generous gift givers at Christmas time. So I've got both them sat poised, ready for whatever appears and whenever it appears to take full advantage of both growler fills and cans and stuff when that arises. So I'm kind of sat poised, hence my ask, because I've actually got the tools.
Well, fine well with if I see it, I'll get whacked on the group chat. I'll put it on as well on our Discord page, so everyone who's on the Discord, you'll get updates of when these hype beers are coming out. So you guys can grab hold of them as well. I meant to forward it to you guys earlier on, and completely forgot to do so. But we had a nice message directed at us, which was on Facebook, on the Scottish Beer Community Group. One of the Patreon members, one of the Discord members, wrote a lovely post about his favourite beers of the year on yourself, John, and he just wanted to thank us, Beerfish Podcast, for great entertainment and all your work in 2023. He goes on to say that he's into his craft beer, preferring local breweries. He usually was buying mass-produced stuff in the supermarkets and stuff, and thanks to us, he's now trying different styles and he's discovered Sure Shot, Track, Moonwake, and their tap rooms as well, off the back of our recommendations. So
that only cost us 50 quid, which is quite good.
I know.
Quite good value, that message, wasn't it? Thanks, John. A bargain.
It is good value. Tremendous value. He also said, so his beers of the year I think we've had 2 of them, maybe all 3 of them, where Judge Judy, the executioner, Sure Shot, and Paulie's. I think I had that. I know if I lie, I did have it. I've just seen the can. 100% seen that. It was a double dry hopped IPA at 6.5%. That was fucking tremendous. Had a
There
couple of
wasn't
cans
many
in.
of them you didn't try.
Yeah, that's correct. From Moonwake, the black lager, which you 2 guys sampled,
Excellent.
was one of his beers of the year, and I'm pretty sure you 2 might have had this Wasted Degrees, the raspberry stout.
Oh, I had that on Hogmanay.
Yes.
Really good. Really
so-
good. What I liked about that was that it wasn't sweet.
Yeah.
It was like it was almost kind of like a raspberry liqueur vibe that you were getting for it.
Yeah.
Not to say that it was overly alcoholic, because it was only like a 5% stout. But as soon as you start adding fruit towards stout, it's got the tendency to just go too desserty, whereas this just definitely wasn't it. It was
Aye.
really good.
It's nice and tart, wasn't it?
Mm.
I liked it. We had one of the hotel, somebody, maybe Jade got it. It was one of the hotel chocolate advent calendars. It had the sweeties in
Right.
it, and they had it was
Yeah.
like a raspberry and chocolate sweetie in it, and it was exactly like that, proper
Yeah.
fruit. It tasted like, as
Mhm.
opposed to just all
Artificial.
sugar and thin, which
Mhm.
you're in danger of doing when you're doing a stout at 5%
Mhm.
with adjunctive fruit in it, you know.
Yeah.
But it was a winner for definite. Wasted Degrees are really good. As we've
Well,
said,
appreciate
you might
it.
have
Appreciate
mentioned that
the
a
message,
dozen
mate.
times, didn't
All right, shout out to yourself, John. I thank you for listening, appreciating your repost there. I think for us, it's always that thing where we just go, we forget that people actually listen to this, because it just feels like 3 old pals and a 4th guest who turns up every now and again,
Right.
just chatting shit about beer. So I appreciate that post, John. If you want to be like John as well, you can head over to the Discord page. Sign up. You don't need to sign up, being just sign into it. With fellow beer lovers, and share your recommendations and beers you're drinking over the weekend, and etc. And just tell us what you're drinking. Send us some recommendations. We'll send some your way as well. Has James had the homebrew yet? By the way,
He hasn't opened them yet, but
Oh, right, okay.
he's received them.
Oh, very good, very good, very good. So we look forward to hearing your reviews on that as well. I'm sure Mark will be looking forward to hearing those also. If you would like to potentially get yourself some beer from us, you can do so by heading to the Patreon page, patreon.com/beer fridge podcast, where you get access to exclusive stuff, extra bits from the podcast, and every now and again when the guys do some homebrew, we'll send you some beer. Nobody?
Get beer. Get beer.
Get beer. Get beer. Beer Fridge Podcast, as always, is the home of real beer, real breweries, real opinions. Drop us a 5-star rating. It genuinely does help the podcast. Like I said, show that unofficial support, and you can show that official support, as I mentioned, on patreon.com/beer fridge podcast. Hit the ding-a-ling-a-ling to be notified of all latest episodes. If you're watching on YouTube, make sure you subscribe also for wherever you watch your videos and all that. We're doing more videos this year. Scott loves it.
Next
Although
stop.
I'm going in.
Next stop,
I'm going in for
OnlyFans.
Next up, what?
Next stop,
OnlyFans.
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 That's why I'm watching my figures for January, so that I can fit on your screens, dear viewer.
I think we just set up an OnlyFans as a laugh, like genuinely, and just have
Only
it like,
beers.
aye, only beers.
There is I know of it through Instagram. There is a hearse that has an OnlyFans page.
What?
A hearse, like
What,
an
is
old
it carrier
school,
carrier of coffins?
yeah, ex-carrier of coffins, now bought as a personal vehicle for somebody and been done up. But it's an old school Lincoln hearse. Started again as a joke, an OnlyFans page, who now makes, I presume makes enough money anyway to sustain themselves a little bit through subscriptions and selling merch, which is titled up Only Funerals. Which it was quite good. So it can be done. OnlyFans, not just for the dodgy stuff. I think that's our new slogan for the year.
OnlyFans, not for the done.
Not just the dodgy stuff.
I'm whacking that in a t-shirt. Now watch this space. Next week there'll be an OnlyFans page.
Let us work out fucking Discord first.
I will get you two
Just
things
me.
there, isn't it?
I'm not. I can't go into that, Gavin. I've things to do.
Head over to Instagram, hit the link in the bio for all the links to everything, whether it be YouTube, Discord, all the social media pages. Like I says, like, follow, and share. For myself, Gavin, Callum, and Gilroy. Till next time, cheerio, bye.
Toodaloo.
Toodaloo. Hello and welcome to the Beer Fridge Wankcast.